you.
Honourable members, I want to order in the House. The President is about to deliver his State of SRC Address, and I expect total silence in the House. If you are found making noise or talking, you'll be asked to walk out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honourable members of Parliament, members of the Executive Council, Judicial Committee, distinguished guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great honor and a heart full of gratitude that I stand before you to deliver the State of the SRC Address, an account of our stewardship, a celebration of progress, and a reaffirmation of our commitment to you, the student body. When we took office, we pledged to lead with vision, action, and integrity. Today, I am proud to report that we are living up to that pledge. This address is not just a list of accomplishments. It is a testament to the power of unity, advocacy, and a student leadership that listens and acts. A leadership that has gone above and beyond to address the challenges of every single student. Key achievements and initiatives. Firstly, the main sports competition for Sandwich students. We broke new ground by organizing the first ever sports competition tailored for Sandwich students. This initiative gave them a sense of inclusion and engagement in campus life, offering a platform to build friendships, reduce stress, and promote well-being through sports. Secondly, we had the opportunity of distributing plaques to all final year Sandwich students. As a gesture of recognition and unity, all final year students received specially branded SRC logos. It was our way of celebrating their journey, fostering a spirit of pride, and giving them a memorable part and token from their SRC. We have also advocated for the replacement of ceiling fans, wall fans at the various hostels in SPH. Following an unfortunate accident involving a ceiling fan, the SRC acted swiftly by engaging management. We advocated for and succeeded in replacing all ceiling fans in the hostels of the School of Public Health with safer wall-mounted fans. This initiative prioritizes safety and active problem solving, support for road cost registration, understanding the difficulties some students face with registering field courses, especially during the vacation period. We facilitated direct support through academic affairs. This helped ensure no students left behind due to transportation barriers. Special thanks to the local notes for championing this initiative. Number 5, repair of faulty projectors and microphones in lecture theatres. We ensure the repair and maintenance of several faulty projectors and microphones in lecture halls, significantly improving the academic environment and enhancing lecture delivery. We would all realize, especially within the fifth week, most microphones and most projectors that were faulty were fixed in our various lecture rooms. Number 6, the deployment of classroom furniture. Responding to student concerns about having to carry furniture between classes, we successfully engaged management to deploy additional tables and chairs to lecture rooms. This has drastically reduced inconvenience and improved comfort for lectures. School of Public Health during CDS as well as school campus. We acknowledge the fact that it is not 100% done, but we believe this is a start. Number 7, hospital card registration for students. We collaborated with Trafalgar Hospital in Hohoe Municipal to implement a hospital card system. This gives students faster, more organized access to healthcare on campus. Another milestone in our commitment to student welfare. Special thanks to the local school, especially for championing this initiative. Easy card registration. The SRC facilitated a smooth easy card registration process when the students apply for student loans, scholarships, and other services. This moves in line with our financial inclusion and convenience. The easy card registration especially was really a struggle, considering the price jumping from 20 to 25 cedis, were significant 50 to 55 cedis. Even some banks actually took 60 cedis, but we were able to collaborate with other banks and get it for 45 cedis, and even collaborated with Airbnb to get it for 40 cedis, a huge subsidy that has really helped us students. Extension of library hours and allocation of study units. We successfully lobbied for the extension of library hours and additional study spaces in phase 2, especially during examination periods. This initiative was geared towards academic activity and student comfort. Procurement of sports team t-shirts. Our sportsmen and women now proudly wear branded team t-shirts thanks to SRC's position. This initiative strengthens team spirit and gives our athletes a stronger identity during the business competition, even though we didn't perform too well. The NOOKS Ambulance Initiative aid. We fully supported the NOOKS Ambulance project and further advocated for its availability to students on our campus. The SRC continues to coordinate emergency referrals and contribute aid to the ambulance running cost, ensuring students have access to emergency health care when needed. MTN IT training and aid engagements. Through our partnership with MTN, students are trained in various IT and medical skills. Uniquely, students are being paid as they work part-time with MTN to render services both on and off campus, creating a win-win opportunity of learning and earning. Birth certificate registration exercise. Understanding the bureaucratic challenges many students face in acquiring a birth certificate, the local house facilitated the special birth certificate registration exercise on both campuses and Hawkeye. This program allows students to complete the process affordably and conveniently at a critical step for accessing national ID, passports, and future opportunities. Scholarship aid and application support. We created an open and student-friendly system for identifying and supporting eligible students with scholarship applications, working closely with relevant agencies and donors. We help students access financial aid that would have otherwise remained out of reach. We are still in talks with a lot of other scholarship firms and we hope to acquire their services next semester. Student loan application guidance. In collaboration with the Student Loan Trust Fund, the SRC organized information sessions and offered hands-on support for students applying for loans. Our goal was to reduce financial stress and increase accessibility for students from low-income background. This also is a very big thank you to the local office for even organizing a Zoom meeting for students, the need for the students loan, especially the local administration, honorable William. Number 60, NOOKS Driving School. This initiative has helped a lot of students register for their driving license and hopefully acquire their license as professional drivers. Together with the lead group, that is the Leadership, Entrepreneurship and Development, we hosted the Success Summit on our campus. This premier leadership and expert development summit brought together top leaders, young entrepreneurs, and students to explore topics in leadership, career growth, and innovation. We had the privilege of hosting the youngest member of Parliament, Honorable Edem Agwana, on our campus. Security. Collaborating with campus security to heighten security, especially during this examination period. We have had several incidents where students are attacked at Sokode campus and Hawkeye campus. So this initiative let us identify mistakes and also make provisions for security at Sokode campus especially. The security committee together with the campus security have been making a lot of patrols at night to accompany students to the various hostels. And so those of us in Sokode campus especially realized, especially after 10 o'clock, the security team, when they patrol car, will aid the students, make sure the last student actually reaches the hostel so that we don't repeat incidents that actually happened a few years ago. International Women's Day. The Women's Commission under the SRC successfully organized a powerful and insightful International Women's Day celebration. The event featured discussions, mentorship, and advocacy on issues affecting women in health and academia. It created a safe space for empowerment, visibility, and leadership development for female students across campuses. Akaba was more than a social event. It was a unifying platform that welcomed our freshers and re-energized continuing students. This was an opportunity to take the stress of the heavy academic schedule we find ourselves indulging. From here, see, I'm told this has been the bash. This has been the best bash ever organized. We were able to also minimize a lot of outsiders taking in this event, which made us feel very safe. Close to the security, entertainment, and programs committees for making this program a huge success. Regular engagement with the student body. Regular engagement with students were necessary to bring the SRC local executives to the student body. Left out as executives to their matriculation for the level 100s, taking part in the visits of these. During this event, I had the opportunity of using it to visit the level 100s in their hostels, listen to their guides, and have an effective conversation with them, where we also taught them the channel of communication and how to actually channel their problems. Extension of school fees payment. The SRC was able to advocate management to extend the payment fees, which we actually needed twice. We did it for 1 week, and then the next week we still realized students had still not been able to pay their school fees. So we wrote to management and we extended it again. Some of the executives also made sure to assess students who still haven't been able to pay 50% of their fees to still get registered. But this is low key, this cannot be management. We also have an engagement with management to talk about the reduction fees. We have done that quite extensively and we still haven't given enough. We are still making strides to make sure our school fees can actually be that and be reduced. Now, project is underway. This is what the project have underway. The establishment of an SRC canteen at Ready Meet and Medical School of Public Health. During our executive meetings, we listed the pieces of the project we actually wanted to undertake, and the canteen construction at Ready Meet and Medical School of Public Health was one of the top or the flagship projects. Well, I thought the SBG student will allow because we are going to analyze this in So currently, meeting with the quantity supplier and then other people, we are looking at an estimate of 550,000 dollars. To be honest, this caught me by surprise. I thought we were going to spend actually what I thought we allocated for our budget was around 80,000. We got there and realized we actually be having to spend around 550,000, which is actually going to really affect our finances as a student representative council. But regardless, we are also speaking to other companies to see if we can get sponsorships so this project can be completed, because it is very needed considering the SDG campus with the things they lack. Secondly, we are also partnering with Yanko validated of our participation in Igbo campus. So Yanko Bike is a private electric bike company. They were here, I think, a few weeks ago. Some of the executives had the opportunity to ride. They will call local president, academic committee chair. Mr. Speaker has been seeing the bike, and he has always wanted to ride the bike. We believe sometimes there are solutions in the little things. We don't have the money to procure buses to help alleviate the problems. But if we can even bring an electric bike, and then we bring it to campus, which is actually the purpose is more subsidized than the vehicles on campus, which can also give students the opportunity to actually exercise. Because some students, it looks like just living a sedentary life from lectures to home, like one week who doesn't really need exercise. Yes, I think it will really help us, and it will also give our campus a nice space. Now, I'm also proud to announce that we have secured funds from a private company to construct a borehole in one of the hostels. Yes, this project is going to cost more than 50,000 cedis, and I can promise you SRC might be going to contribute a single cedi to this project. And so from next week, you'll be hearing about the strike to make towards this arrangement. Now, the project we need to be undertaken. We want to construct a predictive base at Sokode campus. Most students actually have to do Trafalgar and Poly area just to meet their work. If you come to campus and you're not meeting your work, if you don't know an HOD or you don't know student affairs, it will be difficult to actually meet your work. And so it is very needed for us to construct construct the 50% subsidy house. We are also going to start the construction of an SRC hostel. Initially, we thought we could use the SRC funds to start something. We just realized it will not amount being needed because from the price spoke with certain experts, we should be looking at about 15 million to 20 million Ghana cedis. We don't even have 10% of that. Yes, hostels, even the foundation can cost you more than 500,000 based on the height we want to reach. So, by God's grace, we are working with even the aid to the regional minister. We are also working with other private individuals. We had some visit samples, I think 3 weeks ago. We went to see management, not just for the SRC, but on management's behalf. And then we're going to see if management was going to really allow, then we chip in our interest. But there's a certain year policy where if you are going to do it, which is why it is not suitable to investors. And so it means we might have to ship that off. But we are also trying to get other investors who would actually invest with more of like a loan, and then when the hostel is actually built, we start paying off our debt. And this is where we are actually going to make real money for the SRC, where we don't have to depend on the SRC funds to do any project. So that is what we are envisioning to do. We also have a plan for a welfare package for needy students. All this is even if there are scholarship opportunities, it is always for brilliant and needy students. We can't all be brilliant. It is not all of us who are going to go to academia. Some of us will tend to dance God knowing. Some of us also go into politics. Some of us will also go into sports. Does that mean since we are not as brilliant as our colleagues, we don't deserve to be helped? I think no. This is where the SRC comes in. We are here for every student, whether you are brilliant or you are not brilliant. So this welfare package is also not going to be dependent on the SRC funds. We are looking at support from individuals, so we don't have to always depend on the SRC funds. We have done it by securing funds for a goal. I believe we can equally secure funds from other places as well. Number 5, we also commission of summer structures at phase 2. Myself, I've been coming for lectures here. Anytime we don't have a class, it's either you stand in the sun or you go and sit in the keke and come back. And so we're envisioning to provide summer structures. That is if we have enough funds left, because the cafeteria is not a joke. Number 6 on the list is we are going to get souvenirs for all students. Now, this is a very, very crucial topic. It was part of my project, and then by God's grace, I have wonderful executives who are always also being on board. We had the privilege of sharing Lacoste to all final years and students. Believe me, if any of you was on campus, you'll have seen how much students really needed the souvenirs. The day we shared it, the very next day when we were writing the exams, all of them, and I kid you not, honorable basis for all of them were wearing Lacoste. So which means students have actually asked for long. Last year, I was really sad when I saw because everything cannot be perfect, but you see people throwing Lacoste, throwing books, throwing this, and then students have to fight for things they have actually paid their money. I think this was really sad, and I never concurred with this. And so what we actually want to do is provide souvenirs for all students. It doesn't necessarily mean every student is going to get Lacoste. We don't have the funds to fight for that. So if this is particularly level 100 get laptops, level 200 can get pens, level 300 can get keyboards, level 400 can get Lacoste. This is something nice we can do for every student to have a token of a representation of its school. And I think this is a long way for students to appreciate the Student Representative Council. We also envision NHIS which was actually come up this semester, but due to other reasons, it couldn't work. Now, programs we are looking at fulfilling next semester. We have the financial literacy program. This is going to be championed by the treasurers, the treasurer for the local the federal treasurer, the provincial treasurers. We are going to collaborate with a lot of programs to actually teach students how to manage and use money. Some students don't even have a bank account, sadly. Some people don't even have one account. Some now the same students who even don't have a bank account actually need money from their parents to pay their fees, and then most of these people's parents outside, they always end up coming to you to give them their bank account so that they can send the fees to. I believe if this program is actually organized, we can teach students how to manage money and also create accounts, and then this is going to be a win for both the banks and the student body. Secondly, we're envisioning a first aid training with the National Ambulance Authority. We have already had conversations with them, and I believe me as an NS student, I had the privilege of doing first aid in second semester. Does that mean if I had a colleague who was there in first semester, I'd have to get the training in second semester and apply it in the first semester? That would not be possible. And so I believe you don't have to wait to cut in lectures to do a first aid, let's say a CPR or something. This should be done as soon as possible. As soon as possible. You don't have to get to class before the next time. And so this is what we are envisioning to do. Together with this, we are also going to think of doing a first aid kit. But I spoke to management, and management actually has those plans that way. And to what we are also engineering is we are going to get sponsorships, get support with drugs, inhalers, those kind of things, and support management with it. If management does support, that's fine. The SRC will not sit down. We will be active with health students. Thirdly, is campus league. We are envisioning creating a campus league. A campus league next semester. That is football, basketball, netball, volleyball, any of those games. I think as we all our last semester, in fact, early this year, we saw that. I want to try. We saw the scores from our basketball team. They were sometimes the difference was about 100, sometimes the difference was about 90, and sometimes it was 131 and 14. How? This was really sad. I believe this is not just up to them. These were even people that availed themselves. I had the opportunity of staying back to actually watch them train. You don't train just a week or 2 weeks and go and partake in an event and do better. Even the Messi cannot do that. You need to constantly train. And so we believe if we have this periodic campus league and then we actually showcase the talents and we're able to keep these talents early. Now these people can actually train before the next game so that we don't go for any game and everybody wants to play against us because we get points. It was really a total annihilation and we want to prevent that. Another thing we would also want to do is the maiden edition of Artist Night and Gospel Rock should be in the SRC. Yes. Yes. I believe this has been long overdue. Whereas as an institution of we are more than yes. Even Guinea has been able to do an Artist Night. HTU is able to do an Artist Night. Here we are UHAS, an established institution as such. We have never been able to do that. I believe things will change this time. This vacation is going to be a very busy one for the executives. Myself, I'm already traveling. I've been traveling and out trying to get scholarships. This was one of the reasons I was leaving. I went to meet one of the sponsors at Skypass. We are trying sometimes because of our number. They are not really forthcoming, but we will have a busy vacation. We will go, like I said, go above and beyond to get some of these things done. So, fellow students, I want to tell you that the SRC has not been idle. Our journey as a council has never been about personal glory, but about collective progress. We have worked tirelessly, not only to fulfill promises, but also to exceed them. Every program organized, every policy we push, every system we use is aimed at enhancing the student experience academically, socially, and economically. The projects we are speaking about are in the pipeline and are progressing steadily and will continue to give student feedback intermittently. Let it be known that long after our tenure ends, the legacy we leave behind will not be entitled to speeches, but in the lives we have touched, the burdens we have eased, and the opportunities we have opened. I call on all students to continue supporting us. The success of the SRC is the success of every student. Let us grow the student community where no dream is too distant, no voice is too small, and no future is out of reach. Above all, let's build a university where we are all proud. Long live Ghana, long live UHAS, long live UHAS SRC. Thank you, Akhlaq.
Yeah. Honorable members, Mr. President, thank you for fulfilling your constitutional mandate. Hello? Yes, honorable members, Mr. President, thank you so much for fulfilling your constitutional mandate. Your presentation has highlighted a lot of issues of concern to our constituents, and we highly appreciate your projections, projects that you have placed in pipeline are things that personally I believe will best serve our student populace. Thank you very much for this presentation. Please, you may resume your seat. So I will kindly demand that you send the document to the page so that we can commence with the debate. Please, before you comment on the presentation, the president and his executives. They are doing well. We really appreciate them. I believe by now it has been shared. So the observers, please, if you have any issue, you can bring it to our notice. If you want to make a contribution, let us know so that we include you in our conversation. Okay. Mr. President, have you been able to share it?
Commission of Summer Heart at the phase 2.
Cloud. Who is that? Okay, please address the house and then let us know what your name is.
Organize.
Is it about the debate?
Yes, please.
No, we have not yet started, so once I give the go, is it there? Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, so the SRC organized a East and Ghana Pay for really the FND Castle of Public Health, and they told us it's 40 cedis. So last week I went to GCB to pay my school fees, and I asked over there and they told me both is 15 cedis, but our president told us that they negotiated with other bodies for reduction, and that is where they concluded on. So I wanted to know which banks they went to and how come they ended up at that amount. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker of the House, thank you very much. So I quite remember a week before this full exercise, I personally went to the banks, being the local treasurer. I went together with the Federal SRC President to these banks to ask about how much the EC rate card was being issued at. And then, surprisingly, GCB didn't tell us that it was 15 cedis, because it would have been so wide that we would have gone for the 15 cedis other than the 40 Ghana cedis you are talking about. And then even with that, every other bank was telling us it's 50 Ghana cedis. Each rate is being issued at 50 Ghana cedis. And even with ADB, we had an advantage because I was sitting there when other banks were telling us that before they give it to us, even at 45 cedis, we have to send the SRC account to them. Right now, the SRC funds, yes, from ADB. Yes, so that's actually what happened. And then with ADB, looking at this advantage, we're able to lobby for the 45 Ghana cedis at first, and later on 40 Ghana cedis. Thank you so much.
Yeah, about what we are discussing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker of the House,
Observers, I want to bring up
a question. I want to ask if how many banks were able to ask about the people, because I think last year myself and the current local vice president for oil, we also did issue cards for students for free, which a lot of students also partake. So I want to ask, how many banks were they able to talk to or make the inquiry from? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, it was academics committee. Then yes, the local news treasurer, because we are talking about that right now. Yes, so with respect to that aspect, I don't know whether you mean where the ECB bank. When you get to that place, there are a lot of banks there. I think, if my memory serves me right, it's about 4 or 5 banks. Now, 5, 6 banks over there. And then, yes, my boss is in counting the number of banks there. Yes, so after GCB, there's Cal Bank. Yes, like all the banks over there. I think.
Yes, I went to Absalom just last 3 weeks.
Honorable members, this is not you're not having a room discussion, this is a parliament. So if you want to share your thoughts or your idea, let us know what you want to do.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Safa, please go.
Some banks are not even using the switch cards at all. Republic Bank wanted the relationship with us. We got the strenuous process, the letters I had written to make sure I still have them. Now these banks are maybe producing e-switch before. Do you know why? Do you know the medium of payment of national service allowance? Thank you. So people, a lot of banks are not seeing the essence in doing the e-switch card. So now it has increased from used to 20-25 cedis. Now it has increased from 45, 50 cedis. Some banks will be taking 60 cedis. And those same banks will be taking 60 cedis do not even have the cards. They are now begging us that we would have to go and purchase. Talk to their retail managers. When you are done for transparency, you can go to the other banks. I don't know the lie, I don't know the joke they were telling you. I went to about 7 banks where I had to even contact the bank in Accra to come and do to come and reduce the price. I think I spoke to Honorable Speaker about that. So at this point, I didn't even know whether we should do the daily switch or not do the daily switch, because how do you pay for 25 cedis last year and this year is 45, 50, 60 cedis? You think it's not true? Honorable, you think it's not true? You think it's not true? Okay. Do you want me to call the manager of AB Bank on phone for transparency and to also show you the letters? Okay. So GDC. Okay, so I'm talking about AD, I'm talking about AXA, I'm talking about Cowbank, I'm talking about Fidelity, I'm talking about ABN, I'm talking about
Other in the house.
So maybe for
Mr. President,
is it changed?
Other in the house. Honorable observer, please, whenever the speaker is speaking, you hear him in silence. Honorable Sefa, have you searched for the price at the bank is mentioned?
I didn't see the price at all. GCB.
No, I mean GCB. Have you asked for the price?
Yes.
What was the price?
Same. It was the price.
50. What was the price of Huawei? Thank you. Honorable Therefore, sir.
Ghana pay for his cards. Yes. Well, I don't know what they are saying. I think GCB is a one out because every bank coming. We went to agreed that there has been a surge in the price, and so it used to be 25, 20 cedis, but now it is 50, 55, 60 cedis. If I didn't go with the
please hand over the mic to you.
Okay.
The Speaker of the House, Natalia Cassis, local president. So to attend to what Honorable William President said, it is very true. And even as local president this year, we are still in touch with them. We are in touch with ABSA and Consolidated. Last 2 weeks, I went to Consolidated Bank. They asked for the number of people, and we told them we are targeting around 130. So they want to do it for us for free. In return, we will give them opportunity to register bank registration students. So that is the deal we did with them. So they will do the registration for us for free. They've requested for the cards. Then they will register the students. That's the bank account registration. So I just wanted to affirm to what Honorable said. Thank you.
Honorable Reforsas.
Without other executives, because if executives are working, we are working together. So if you have any idea and brings on board, he's part of the executives. He will also be like Mr. President. There is this bank that says we for free. So I want to ask Honorable Secretary, please do you include all the executives when you are talking about when you bring up an initiative? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. My father, the Federal SRC President. So, yes, I include all the executives in the initiative. Otherwise, they were at home. They were at home. So I believe other honorable members were aware. We actually stipulated the price on the flyer. And so if they felt they had been put it, I'm sure they would have reached out to us. So I don't know how that happened.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. President. You have made your points clearly, but I equally believe that there was a lack of effective communication between you and your other executives. Because if you want to be easy card, you said it yourself that there were challenges. You asked the price here, and then the banter was there. So you bring it up to your executive committee, you deliberate on it. Then if they have issues, ideas like you say, they can get free. If we are able to bring both from Accra to Ghana, we can equally bring both from Huawei to come and do this. So I think the key element that we lack here was the effective communication between you and your executives. If that was effectively done, like we wouldn't be having this matter here.
The Speaker of the House. Concerning this, I can't speak for the Huawei GCB Bank, but the factors that we put in place when selecting a bank was the availability. Because some of the banks don't have branches in Ho. So even though the English cards mainly for the student zone, they should be able to access it as an alternative to having a bank account. So that's some of the factors we put in place. So for GCB, it's a well-known bank, and then for I personally, the APSA, and then other banks involved, I went with them. And then recently, during the African Summit, APSA too was around. And then we had an informal conversation with them. Honestly speaking, the 15 cities you are mentioning, I'm finding it hard to believe, but then in a different part, that's the whole point. But for that of all, I believe, as you said, probably being communicated well, probably. But I can attest to the fact that getting at even 40 cities, right, was very tedious for us. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take the last one from Honorable Tamaglo.
Expanded House. Tamaglo Finance of Fibra. Scholarship Committee Chairperson. Okay, so before I begin, I would like to, should I say, advocate some parliamentarians over here. So, this is a house of record, and I'll urge everyone to be paying attention, should be paying attention to some details. So, as my fellow honorable member was giving me the declaration, he stated that, let me put the word in requirements. So, with the DC, the requirement was the SRC changing their accounts to GC. You understand? So, meaning, if you are considering this,
is it point of order? If point of order, correction. Okay, go ahead. Honorable President, did you see that?
okay.
Honorable President, did you see that? Come again. Honorable President, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see what he's saying?
So I'll come again. Some banks. So now, this requirement they are asking for doesn't suit our preference. So through our requirements we gathered through, the information or the advantage that was what we were predisposed is what we took. So if you are claiming that there was a different suggestion and we didn't go contrary to it, meaning you should also ask, is the bank ready to register this number of students you are looking for? Because we are targeting almost 8,000 students. We are not targeting 130. So the sample size was even given is even less, and it's not even meeting our requirements. So all these factors should also contribute to maybe. Thank you. So in conclusion, I would like to say that per our what we considered, what we gathered as executive, we weighed the advantages and the disadvantages, and we came to a conclusion to the said bank used for the registration. That's what
Okay. What I will say is that you have made your point very good, but what the gentleman is saying, the Howe local president said similar thing that backs what he's saying, that there are places that we can actually get it cheaper or even free, right? So you did your work by looking into some banks, but your work was not effective due to lack of effective communication. If you were to communicate effectively, the honorable member here can bring that on board. He was part of the. So, honorable member, it means it was shared on your page, and you didn't pay attention to it, and now you are putting your colleagues.
If not,
Yeah. Okay. Honorable member, on this note, I would advise that though you are local president for Howe, you are part of the administration. So whatever that you see, make sure you communicate with your colleagues and ensure you do the right thing. Honorable observer, thank you for bringing that to our notice. We are done with this particular issue of GCB and all that. So if there is any other thing about the address that we need to talk about, please Honorable Viewers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker of the House, Honorable Viewers, both of them today. I would like to commend the President on his excellent speech that he did. But then I didn't really hear like much about committee heads involvement, because I see committee heads as like ministers of like the companies. And then if there is something transport related or something related, we need to hear something like, oh, like by the help of this committee head, he did this, or by engagement with this committee head, we did this, so that at least other people also feel they're relevant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, is it that you actually did it and you're not recognized, or you didn't do it and you're not recognized? You didn't?
I'm not done in any years, but I'm saying that you did about things that happen.
But why welfare committee? You are supposed to be in charge of our welfare. Why are you not engaged? And you were not even recognized?
So I think you would be the best person to answer that question.
Okay, Mr. President. Your appointee and the committee chairperson was saying that. So I'm giving you what. So the issue here is that your appointee, who is also a member of Parliament and a committee chairperson, is saying that when you read your speech, you didn't acknowledge any of the committees for their work. And then, honorable, and I asked him that, was it that he did the work and it was not acknowledged, or he didn't do the work? And he said, it was not assigned any work. So is there any special reason why? And then he's a welfare committee. Yes. All of these things that we are doing here, he's supposed to be in charge. Is there any reason why he's not in charge?
The Speaker of the House, my father, and the Federal House President. So I want to apologize for not acknowledging Honorable Hubert Amonsa, because he did tremendously. I think I acknowledge some of the committees.
Other in the House.
I do acknowledge some of the committee chairpersons, like the security, the entertainment, the projects and planning. I think this is quite unforgivable on my part not to acknowledge his hard work, because I came, especially during Akwabaru, I came and then there was some nice setting with the stands and all that. When I came, I was like, wow, I was impressed. And then the transport committee chairperson as well. Oh my God! In fact, I apologize to all committee chairpersons. They have really instrumental in achieving this event. So if I didn't do that, I apologize to Kaka. So I apologize for this. Thank you very much. The finance committee chair.
Okay, Honorable Hubert.
The Speaker order alongside with welfare committee chair. Yeah, so my problem is really about personal management. I'm trying to put something across. My point is, we should find a way to try and security members.
Security committee chairperson, please, the next time I hear you speaking or see you speaking without my notice, you walk out. Thank you. Please go ahead.
So we should find a way to try and involve committee members in all our administrative like projects. Example, if we are talking about something sponsorship, I think the sponsorship committee here should also be a role. If you are talking about anything like, let's say, fixing a library somewhere, doing something somewhere, these people should, like, they are responsible. So we should see them being part of the engagement and doing their work as we expect them to do. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My father, the Federal House President. Yes, I agree with what he has said. And I do acknowledge that. However, the saying, if Muhammad moved to the mountain has to come to Muhammad. I believe as committee heads, you shouldn't wait to be asked or to be asked by the president or the treasurer or the secretary to do this before you do this. The committee chairperson for foreign, the committee chairperson for foreign students or international relations reached out with a wonderful project. The editorial team reached out to do this. The projects and planning committee, the entertainment, they equally reached out. They didn't wait to be tasked to do certain things. Welfare committee, I didn't ask you to design something for the stands. You equally did that, right? how many of the committee heads have actually reached out with the project they want to undertake and then have said no? Sometimes, in as much as I believe we should definitely indulge, but also don't wait for the mountain to come to Muhammad. Sometimes walk to the mountain itself as well. Thank you.
Thank you too. And I will.
The Speaker Public Intelligence and Surveillance Affairs Committee Chair. Concerning what His Excellency said, last time we had a program, proposed program we were trying to organize, and with my committee we drafted how we want the program to be, and we wanted a letter. I sent a message to the Federal Secretary, the Honorable Elizabeth. I sent a message to her since 26th February, saying that I don't know when she's coming to. I don't know if maybe next year or next 2 years she will. You get it. Sometimes it's not about the committee. You put something and you not get a reply. Thank you.
Honorable.
So, according to what Honorable Williams said, he said he sent me a message and I haven't checked. But then I believe all committees have secretaries. So your secretary can be calling your assistant, but you don't necessarily have to wait for the previous secretary. Plus, my role as the previous secretary has got nothing to do with writing letters to committee heads. So I think you need to clear yourself about that.
Other in the house. We are taking the last submission on this.
The Speaker of the House, Intelligence and Surveillance Affairs Committee Chair. Please, if you are inviting some people for your program, outsiders who are not from the school, or maybe like police or something, you need to get SRC letterhead. And I don't have it. And my committees, my secretary doesn't have the letterhead. So how am I going to write a letter to them? Have to come consult or talk to the secretary, because he is the one having it. You get it?
Honorable member.
She's the one having it, and we will be the one to write it, and or even if she can't write it, she will guide you with it. You get it?
Honorable member, as a committee chairperson, who do you respond to when you have issues?
Who do I respond to if I have issues?
Yes, issues.
I respond to the president. And I told
the vice president. He's the ex-officio to all the committees.
Yes, I know.
So if you are having issues like this, you should have reported to the vice president.
No, I was still waiting for the response. But I still know I have not gotten it, but I was still waiting for the response.
Okay, so you are still waiting. So let's think she will respond to it. Thank you. I'll take the last submission, the last two submissions from those two honorable members. What?
Mike Dami is my name, and I'm the chairperson for the sponsorship committee. Mr. President has made a statement that if Mohammed doesn't go to the mountain should go to Mohammed or something. So I just want to be clear on this. Does it mean that if your committee is not able to bring something on board, and then the whole association is doing something, and it concerns your committee, and because you are the person who brought up that initiative, they will involve you. That's what I want to do.
I think it's a very clear question, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. The Speaker of the House, I started the Federal SRC President. I think you didn't get me wrong when I explained that if Mohammed doesn't go to mountain, the mountain must come to Mohammed. Let me give you just a clear scenario. Now we have the Projects and Planning Committee chairperson always asking me, what project are we supposed to undertake? What is this? What is this? It is difficult to forget that he needs to do something. Now we have security chairperson always updating you. Okay, this student, we need this. I need to see the campus security, Mr. Kulu, the security chairperson, the university. Probably, it's not as if we are excluding you. There are certain things, if you are always in our DMs, we will find the need of including you. Sometimes they might escape us. And what I'm saying is, so if I haven't indulged you, this is the very first time I'm doing this. Have you ever texted me on any program to back on that written in this sponsorship? You haven't. Not yet. And so if I haven't reached out to you, you can equally reach out to me. But like Mr. Speaker said, we will do better, we'll reach out to you, and then you also reach out to me. Let's just get it back.
The last one from the sports committee chairperson. And we talk about a different thing.
The Speaker Minister of the sports chair. It's about what Honorable Williams said concerning our Honorable Secretary. I think we have to talk about it as well, because you can't tell us the person that said you WhatsApp and you didn't see or you didn't reply and said you via email. How does that make sense? WhatsApp, you open that every
Order in my house. If you are making it to walk out. If you are saying,
I think it should be an apology.
Honorable members,
what he did wasn't right.
Honorable members. Mr. Macha, please, those are them talking. Kindly do the needful.
Mr. Speaker.
So, to end this matter, you try to reach someone on WhatsApp, and you're not able to reach her. Ideally, the professional way of accessing someone on professional issues is through a mail. So,
Mr. Speaker,
as I said earlier, hello, I want to be heard in silence. So, as you reach her on WhatsApp and didn't go through, you could have tried the mail. And even that, if your response is not coming, you have ex officio who is in charge of all the committees. Report to this person that this is the issue at hand. They have it solved. Not to say that, Honorable Secretary, I know we have personal things to do aside the student interest. When they try to access your WhatsApp, be readily available. That is why you are Secretary. Your readiness is what really matters to your constituents. Thank you on this matter. We have ended this particular issue. If you have any other thing to say about the SOSA, please go ahead. No, go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. The Speaker of the House, concerning this issue we just ended, I think it involves a lot we have to talk about and clarify a lot of things from there. Yeah, concerning the process we are talking about, the channel of communication, I personally, I followed all those procedures, but still nothing came up. So what about that one?
So you reach out to the ex officio,
yeah,
and there was nothing done.
Yeah.
Last person to report to the Speaker.
So I started it almost 2 months now. It's almost 2 months now.
Yeah, I'm here with one of my reps. Other in the house. Yeah, I'm here with one of my reps. What I'm saying is that if you reach out to an executive and then the person did not give you a feedback, you report to the ex officio, the person did not give you a feedback. Then you report to the speaker as well. If I also don't give you a feedback, then you have to know this issue is
Why the feedback that normally get from them, give them some time to get back.
So they give you a feedback, they will get back to you, but it's only about 2 months
now.
Okay.
So I think
suggest a way we should handle this issue. You said we have to look into it, right? Suggest a way we can look into this issue. What do you think should be done?
We have to discuss with the TDS how we are supposed to handle issues. For example, I'm going to bring it on board. Now, how do we even come up with a letterhead is a problem. As my friend was talking about, Honorable Williams, each and every one of us aim to bring out a program that will benefit the student. So now, I'm taking mine, for example. I'm the SRC committee head. I was working in hand with my board members to reach out to the student body. And now we reach out to the course reps. They are the best for that can get us the feedback. So what we get to them was that the students said they can't give us their details because they don't really know as much. They need a write-up from the SRC. And I came to the president and said I should go to the president, the president, okay. Yeah, he directed to the secretary. Now the secretary requested for the president number for the foreign student, and I don't know the president for the foreign student as of now. And then she said she will reach back to me as of now.
So I think what practical ways should we solve this particular issue?
So my suggestion is that we should get a president for the foreign students union, so that in the case that we need information from them, it will be very accessible for us.
President for the foreign students?
Yes, please. So that me as the rep over here, when I need that information from them, so that I can get it easy. If not, now I don't know who to go for the information from. Now, they giving me the right up to also release the president, but it's also a problem. If they were having a president, it would be easy for me to get my information I need.
I'm getting confused right now. Because the issue here at hand is that the committee chairperson don't get access or feedbacks from the executives.
Yeah.
And I'm asking that, what practical ways can we solve this problem? You are saying we should get for foreign students. How does that solve the problem? Okay, I want solutions, not please allow him to express his view. Yes. Honorable Silvanus, please go ahead.
Even though committee heads are supposed to report to the federals, but they can make use of the provincials too. Making use of the provincials be of good value to you because you might not be able to lead the federals, but we the provincials also work hand in hand with the federals. So in case
Honorable Edward, I've seen you nodding to all the suggestions that they bring. So I want to hear from you. What's your solution? Not to say that I've not acknowledged what you have said.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And thank you for seeing me after such a long time. The Speaker of the House, Academics Committee Chair. I think, firstly, the base of everything in the Constitution. We can't be here and then be looking for solutions for you to do your work. And it's very appalling to even hear that committee heads are all complaining about secretary. And then it's really drawing us back. And then two, a solution to this is that I believe that at this point in time, if you know you can't write the letter, just tell them that, oh, maybe do a draft or something, review the thing, give it back to the person or put it on the letterhead. Any of them can be okay. It's okay. Thank you very much.
I'll listen to the last from the honorable member, the female.
The Speaker of the House.
Not to say the last, Mr. President, these are your appointees. And then you have the reasons why you appointed them. And now they are facing issues pertaining to how they communicate with your executives. So you give us a final solution to this particular problem.
The Speaker of the House, I'm Maureen Okwakudem, the Sexual Harassment Committee Chairperson. Please, about the suggestions on like some programs or things that we want to do. I personally have actually, me and my committee have actually brought something up to introduce the sexual harassment to the school. But I tested the president. First of all, we did a Vows Day awareness of protection and STI. And then we went to the SRC president who directed us and then gave us the solution on how to go about it. But firstly, if someone should call you about something or test you about something, if you check it out, if you don't even have any idea about it, give directives. And even the directives that you are giving, at least, maybe, or if you have to go and see the academics director, or this is the academics director's number. So you contact the academics director. If I don't get the academics director, I can come back to you because you are the one that can what? You are the leader to the member of the committee, yes. So you be the one to go there and talk us. Instead of being defensive, it would be good for you to apologize and give a solution rather than defensive.
Okay, I said earlier that this is the last submission. This is the last submission.
What?
The award. Your
30 seconds. Mr. Speaker, so with what the honorable members suggested, they are very right. But then with what we know, when we constitute Parliament, we are supposed to go through a workshop for all of us, not from the president to everybody. So what's going on right now, I don't see the need to anybody. It's fast, but maybe moving forward this vacation, we can have a Zoom online to take us through these things. Then moving forward, we know this is your work. Thank you.
Please, let's allow him.
The Speaker of the House, I'm Nico Vice President. Please, just regarding to the up and down, I believe that with the letterhead of the SRC, we have some federal executives contact us with our email. So what I also want to request is that as part of the executives, if somebody tells you on WhatsApp, no matter how busy you are, if you find time, even if you cannot address the request, just tell the person that, sorry, I was engaged. I will get back to you on this as soon as possible. That information alone will even bring the person down. But if you don't, though it will be more official for us to deal with the email system, where the reference can be made. If I text him in the next 5 years, it will be there. But you know, for flexibility's sake, most of us don't usually deal with the email, but the WhatsApp is what we easily deal with. So I request that as the executives, let's try to always. Thank you.
The Speaker of the House. Was father by the federal SRC president. So wonderful submissions have been made and some questions have also been asked.
and I concur with what my vice president said. As executives, we have to try and reply text the most. Me personally, I try my best, but I try. But honestly, it is not easy. The time you text me about looking for foreign students contact, I'll probably be in a meeting with academic affairs with registrar, student register course. By the time I'll finish and I'll come home, I'm supposed to come and do another thing. So some of these issues, when I'm ranking it hierarchically, yours is at the last. So if me personally, I think you should reach out to the vice president first. Like he was talking about the channel of communication. That is the ex officio. If I see Harun's message or I see his call, no matter what, I'm prompted to reply. I cannot see Harun's message. I'll not see the registrar's message. And I'll skip the date when I can reply the message. Unfortunately, that is the truth. I'm dealing with 11,716 students. Regular students don't even worry more than standard students. If I tell you the course, I can get about 20 calls in 10 minutes. About has been with me. It is very difficult. Me personally, sometimes I just get come on WhatsApp because of messages. But what I'm saying is, if Muhammad is not working, go to WhatsApp. That's what I'm saying. Probably as you reach out to Haruna can even solve it. If you cannot solve it, you reach out to me. That is when it's beyond it. For our federal secretary, yes, there is a channel of communication. But I also ask her that she also avails herself. That's why she's a correspondent for the SRC. If mostly she should even be reachable than even me. So we would humbly ask her that. Even though probably she likes official messages, she should come down to our level and engage us on WhatsApp. So I believe it has been taken in good feedback, but sometimes it matters with how we talk to her. So I think she has seen her fault. She will try to. Okay, so. Okay, so what I gave the mic to almost all of you. I've given you your submissions. Allow me to make it. Then we proceed. So what I'll say is, when it is the need to actually get the federal secretary, and you are not reaching her on WhatsApp, try email and try the phone number. When that has not been done, then you can call her to another call. Let's see, she not going about her duties well. So let's try and absorb all possible options before we conclude that she's not reachable. So, regardless, Madam Secretary, please try and reply on consensus as well. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. So, yeah, as I said, I said the president's submission is the last. One word. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Go ahead. That's well noted. So, Secretary, you must be really available to your constituents. Being the leader of the house, I would also say that if you reach out to the vice president or the secretary, and then lastly to the president, and then you don't get any feedback, kindly send a DM to me. And then, when the president was presenting on the State of SRC Address, he made mention of a lot of projects that the administration is looking forward to embark on. I've opened the floor and no one has made any submission on some of these major things. He spoke about borehole, he spoke about SRC hostel, he spoke about artists of some he spoke a lot. And those are programs that we will be doing next semester. And next semester to comprises of local notes, awards, and all these things. And no one has asked any question on these issues. And it saddens me a lot. So the hand I saw up press was the IT committee chairperson. So please speak on that.
SPH campus. When the president was making his address, I heard a lot of things. Currently, we are not having a conducive environment for learning and teaching as a whole. We have a huge number of students and then a very packed and small classrooms. Then the association is trying to provide the school with AC to salvage the situation, but then authentic, I've been told that administration is having a problem with regards to the AC and all that, which by extension due to bills and all that. Yes, so in summary, I want to say that the SRC should. The SRC should. What did I say? My name?
Honorable Supervisor.
So the SRC should.
Honorable Supervisor.
I'm saying that I didn't.
Honorable Supervisor, retract that statement. Please go ahead.
So I'm trying to say that I didn't hear anything that has to do with the AC aspect on our campus, and I'm sure the president is aware that it is an. So please, if the administration, if the association is going to help provide AC, and then the administration is having issue with regards to bills, the SRC should come in and negotiate with the administration.
Honorable President, are you getting the AC for them?
AC, I need AC. I'm saying that, okay. I'm saying that AC, is an issue on our campus, and then the association wants to help, but the administration is having an issue with bills, ECD staff, that they can't afford and all that. So I, as an SRC, should come in and then talk to the administrator. We can have it installed, so that we talk to them, in relation to the bills aspect. FESA wants to help, but they don't want to agree because they say they cannot afford the bills. So let us should talk to them. You understand that?
I'll be heading clear. Honorable Sepa, you heard him clear, right? You heard him clear.
Thank you very much. The Speaker that has first of all, Honorable Batman, please, I am an executive officer. An executive officer. The President is here. So how come the President is reaching out to me on this? First of all, see, when we are trying to solve or alleviate problems, there is a channel of communication. This should come from the President. This is not even supposed to be being discussed in Parliament. These are not things that are supposed to be discussed in Parliament. These are things the President can see me behind closed doors with the Vice President and we discuss it. This is not even supposed to be come from the university. This is supposed to come from the PR, the Treasurer, the other executives. There is a channel of communication. I understand there is a problem, but there is a channel of communication as to how this is.
Honorable member, to conclude, can you conclude?
I think have further engagements with the FESA President. If he raises it, then we speak about it and see how the SRC can be involved. Thank you very much.
Okay, Honorable Rep for Sem.
I think we need to acknowledge the SRC for the good work they've done within this short possible time. But Mr. Speaker, despite the key achievements, I didn't hear from Mr. President talking about the reduction of school fees because as it stands, it has become the headache of students. Though we saw scholarship mechanisms and also advocacy. And two, with the printing press project, it is going to be free for students. Thank you.
The Speaker of the House, my father and the President, with the school fees, maybe I think at that point you might have been distracted because I believe the rest of us had need to speak about the schools where I'm saying we have extensively engaged them. We haven't also given up. Now, I think the other time I was explaining it to the various speakers on the platform, so let me just use a minute to actually describe the process. the school fees process, and this is how it works. It goes to Parliament. The tech will decide on the increment and the decrease in the school fees. Then they send it to Parliament. Parliament approves. It comes to the school ministry. Their whole fees in conjunction with school fees. This is just a scenario I'm making. The halls were built by government, not by the So the government has a hand telling them to use it or not to reduce it. The government did not over halls for us. When our halls are expensive, the government cannot tell us, you know why? Because they are not contributing anything to it. They didn't build it for us. They don't know the loan we have taken, except they are going to pay the loan for us. That is when we can restore fees. It's the same way with regards to the school fees. The tech has not even sent for Parliament to have an approval. About 2 years ago, we had a school fees review. This is because the tech brought a reduction. Our school went over it. So now you can write to JTech, come and prompt our vice chancellor and the registrar and those people to reduce it according to the reduction. We have a marking scheme. The marking scheme has not been approved. What are you going to do to reduce the fees? I hope you are getting. So the marking is where will send the percentage approval to Parliament. Then every school is mandated go by it, even it's 7% or 30%. That approval has not come. So talking about the reduction of fees, it's impossible. It is provisional. It has not been approved. So that is how come we are still where we are. And our fees are always expensive because we don't get any salvation from. I've sat with the executives, with management wise. Myself, I've met people. I keep talking about fees. Registrars contains the to get to this auditorium. I spoke about. There is no day I have not rested. When those things are achieved, trust me, they will not have it. So we are working on it. As soon as it's approved, we'll do our best and we'll see how we can do. Secondly, the printing press can never be free. There is something to generate money so that we can use this money to actually the project you are asking for the ball, one of the hostels, private institution. Imagine we get 40,000 can equally come from the SRC, and we don't have the SRC. Thank you very much.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for the explanation. I think we have given this several times. So not that they are not actually working, but the do is not doing. Honorable Hubert.
The Speaker of the House, Honorable Chairperson. I think the State of SRC Address didn't really tackle another aspect which is very important. I think you be very glad to know the kind of assets the SRC has. Let's say for the previous administration, what did they leave behind? Because I know that these are important capital in the state of the SRC, so that even as parliamentarians, when somebody asks this, the printing press at Trafalgar, is it for SRC? Is it a private room? What does SRC have? They have a NS, what do they actually have? So that we can also people out what they really have. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that submission. Honorable President.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Mr. Speaker, the House. Mike's father by the SRC President. Yes, I think I put in touch on that. I wouldn't also want to see certain things offhand. I don't have numbers, so I think I'll go and count. At least for a fact, I can talk about the pen drives they left behind. the printing press. I'm supposed to always have a discussion anytime I go. We are not meeting. But I can confidently tell you it is not SRC. Totally SRC something. So we are not. It's not really an asset. But like I said, I don't want information. I don't have exact information. So when I think I reach out to him, I get the specifics. Then I'll add the assets of the SRC. I cannot just offer. I think it would have to be so that the house knows the assets. So thank you for pointing me.
Thank you for the Honorable, your Honor has been out since.
That was supposed to come up this semester. And I listened very well to him. He didn't say anything about it. I would like him to throw more light. Thank you.
Mr. President, can you allow your vice to also answer some of the questions? Or you want to answer all?
Thank you very much. The speaker, the SRC president. Yes. Apart from the trip, there were other programs that actually supposed to have. We're supposed to have start right, a trip. What other thing? The CPR training. The CPR training probably didn't come to us. But the program that was really out. We were anticipating was the trip. I think one of the we've had how to effectively communicate our program with various association heads. This semester we had about 2 or 3 associations clashing with the SRC, and the SRC cannot be clashing. We are basically and so for the trip during that day there was lack of buses. And then second I thought wise that the president for Melsa couldn't have started a trip a long time ago. And the SRC comes and it incapacitates his trip. So I think the best thing to have done was to just leave it so that they could have because they had done tremendous. And then the buses were also not available. Other programs also as a result our busy schedule. Anytime we wanted to do a program, there was always something inflicting or we didn't have money. There was something just interjected. So one of the things proposing that would help is this semester we do a program very early. We share it with the public. Then association heads connect draft have conflicting interests. So thank you for raising it to my attention. Thank you very much.
Okay, association rep wants to.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the House. Good morning, Michael. It's my non-residential. I wanted to raise this issue at any other business. But I think Mr. President has raised this issue. I would want to say something about it. I feel it will be best if all association heads present their plan. So that even if there will be clashes, we can sit and plan for next semester. Because looking at next semester, we can't predict what will happen. Maybe SRC will bring his, I'll bring mine. It will still clash. But it will be best if association heads present their program out for next semester with some suggested dates. So that we'll sit down. We'll plan. Maybe this week, this one and this one can do it together. This can do it with this. I think that would be better.
I also think it's a nice idea. Have that kind of engagement. And I even think that sometimes the association struggle in getting access to some of the school facilities. But where the ones for SRC. SRC is a council. If they want to use a place like if they want to organize the program like Trafalgar, they shouldn't be struggling too much to get the hall. So SRC can come. So there should be that form of negotiation between the two. President, do I?
Thank you very much. Speaker the House. So what honorable Kodom is very true. However, if we decide as SRC sits down, deduce something. The probability of things getting changed is always so high. Sometimes it is not sometimes it is we manage. We can put a program here, management has put symposium for this thing. The SRC has to be present. We would have to change the date. Notwithstanding, sit down with you. After we drafted ours, do it in conjunction and then we'll see the changes. Secondly, with regards to getting access to some of the schools, the facilities. The problem is the Mohammed keeps not going to the mountain. I went to estate the other time, and then they kept complaining. The letters from association heads. The letters are not well drafted. The letters are not drafted to the right people. There is always a lot of issues. We have complained several. So it was actually my plan to actually sit all the association heads down. And then offers a little form of education. And then if you are going there, since we are familiar places, and let's say you need to go and book a place and then you have to pay. Informally, we can actually in front of you, and we can actually get some of the prices down. Unfortunately, whether you are a student, there are certain facilities that you have to pay. The only people for those facilities is when the SRC is organizing the program. That is unfortunate. Even the auditorium about the price, it's actually even about to increase. Unfortunately, auditorium price with everything.
So, Mr. President, not to cut you short. Are these not issues that advocate for?
Oh, we can advocate for. Yes, this is where I'll try and make sure when association heads actually going to use a place, they will get something or something. But for the pricing of that is up to us. We cannot to price.
No, we are not telling them what to do. We are advocating for our interest.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. When students are going to use a place, now this is something we also so that prices and outsiders and the prices
work in that level so that we are helping each other. Management and SRC. So thank you so much. The last issue when it's done again we are done with the State of SRC address. Move to the next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I think there should be decentralization of powers. I think the reason why we are having these clashes and all that is that the SRC wants to be virtually everything. For 4 years now. This is the only year I just organizing trip. Like my association, organizing trip and due to SRC involvement. So I feel like they should allow the association in term aspects. These are minor.
I highly acknowledge what you are saying. But when you go to other parts of the world, not to say we are comparing ourselves. The student council is the highest decision making, and even here in Ghana, or even in the SRC is the highest council for students. So everything that any association does must be in line with the SRC. That is why our constitution gives them the privilege to be part of the council, so that decisions that are made by the council are influenced by these members. So if you want associations to be standing alone, they will be doing things that when they ask SRC president answer to, he won't be able. You understand? That is why some of these things do happen. We should rather encourage effective and diplomatic conversations between the SRC executive and the association or department president, rather than trying to create that form of for lack of better words, or something. You get it. The last one from you.
The Speaker of the House, the name, the chairperson for the sponsorship committee. Just want to add up to what Honorable Member said about committee heads. I think it's a committee heads to submit their outline or whatever plans they have. So I just want to add that all the committee are under SRC, and it is not all the committee heads that organize programs. So I suggest that once SRC is organizing a program, and like I want to make a point, it's not all that all the committees must be involved. There are some programs that organize, and it will be attaining to a particular committee. Let's say program is concerned about sponsorship or something like this. the sponsorship committee have to come. So if all the committees will have to draft and come, I think it might contradict things.
Okay. Thank you very much. So now the president has brought his plan on the administrative plan for next semester. So as sponsorship committee, look at the policy. Where can I fit in? What can I also do to help to achieve the vision? You understand? What other things should we do? Bring them on board. Then you work together to achieve that. Not that they have their own or they have a plan. Then you sit somewhere. Then you also come with another plan. There will be contradiction. But let's align our goals, our visions, with what the administration is trying to achieve, so that we can work effectively.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for that. So we are moving on to the next item on the other paper, which is the deliberation. Okay, so the amendment that was made was to merge the deliberation of power budget approval to the deliberation on approval of budgets. So I hope the budget is. Legal advisor, you have something to share? Yeah. I didn't see that. Sorry. Yes. I seriously sorry for that. So please, come and give the report. Please. Pay attention to the report he's coming to give, because this is the work of the committee, the review committee. Okay. Yes. What? And we are coming to be on this one.
We know that committee vested review the draft description, we had to correct a little bit of the anaphids as well. And so for the composition of the committee, we had more representation in the previous, and they were unable to make the former of the UHAS SRC Parliament, and then Honorable who's also a member of the previous. So these four people were part of the committee that reviewed the draft. He's out here. Thank you. And then we had new members. There's Honorable Kibet Jr., the chairperson for the welfare committee. Honorable Nantali Tasio, if I got the name right. The local net for Hoy. And then myself, the legal advisor, chairperson of the committee. So for our meeting, we had our first meeting on Sunday, March 16, 2025, where our discussions were centered around the inputs that were submitted by the Dean of Students. Her suggestion provided the framework for our deliberations. So for the recommendations that she gave, first of all, an introduction of a retention fund. Inclusion of students in Parliament with 15 reserved slots. 3. Reduction of SRC government. 4. Including postures in SRC Parliament. And then 5. Elimination of the provincial executive positions on the whole campus.
So upon deliberation, with regards to the retention fund, her idea or her thought is that the retention fund is going to be a fund that will be set aside to help support SRC projects. We know we can't fund all projects and all activities from the SRC office. It won't be possible. And so this retention fund will be there to support these projects that the SRC has. And then also an amount will be each administration will have to contribute an amount. So initially she asked us to include a fixed percentage in the constitution, but we know the constitution cannot be amended anyhow. And so instead of us having a fixed percentage, we are going to include a clause that will mandate each administration to contribute an amount that will be determined by the parliament annually. The representation of sandwich students. We acknowledge the fact that, so according to the Dean of Students, usually the sandwich students are sidelined, that they are not part of us. And they've been complaining for a while. But then upon deliberation, we cannot have 15 of them in parliament because they really wouldn't hold any position, quote unquote, in parliament aside voting rights. And then also they have their Senate. Their Senate has a speaker, a deputy speaker, and a clerk. So they have their Senate to discuss their issues. But then in our parliament, we are going to have their president as a rep. And then in some cases, we are going to include their general secretary as well. And then also we are working on integrating their constitution. Like we are adding it to the main SRC constitution so that it will be one. So it's not like we have two separate entities. And then inclusion of course reps. And then I'm going to mention the inclusion of course reps and reduction in the size of the SRC government. We know that as our government is quite large, even for those of us in parliament. And then there's no way we can also include the course reps because there will be more people in parliament. And so we decided, or the committee deliberated that it would not be possible to include the course reps. Rather, we are just going to maintain the system where we have the association president representing the various schools. And then for the provincial executive structure, the Dean cited power struggles between the federal and provincial executives, especially those on the whole campus. And so based on this, we will maintain the provincial executives on the whole campus. And then the provincial executive positions, as I said, they have been removed. So we realized that most of the times, if there's a project going on, usually it's provincial and then federal come together, especially for who. We don't know where, it's like the lines are blurred between the two. You don't know who is doing what most of the time. It's usually the federal. And so we are going to scrape the provincial ones aside and then we maintain that of Hawkeye because Hawkeye is a satellite campus. So in conclusion, the Constitutional Review Committee remains committed to presenting a final constitution that is inclusive, practical, and reflective of the student body needs. While significant progress has been made in considering key amendments and stakeholder inputs, the committee is still actively engaged in the review process. This report serves as a summary of proceedings and deliberations so far and does not represent the full scope of the committee's final recommendations. Further meetings and consultations will be held to complete the review and produce a final draft constitution to be presented to Parliament for consideration, approval, and adoption. Thank you.
I'll take three. One from you, one from you. So go ahead, and then one from you.
Was talking, she spoke about the retention fund, and she stated that there will be a clause in the constitution that will state that every government, the SRC government, will put an amount of money in the fund. I want to ask, so when would that fund be full, and when is the SRC allowed to take money from that fund to fund projects? Thank you.
So thank you very much for your question. So I think the retention fund is going to be something that is going to be a long-term project because as we know, the school is growing. Students, the number of students are increasing. So definitely, there's going to be a need for more structures and then more projects for the school. And so we obviously cannot fully say when we are going to end the retention fund. It's just there for future projects as well. And as to how, when we are able to withdraw money, it has not been decided yet. We are still, as I said, we are still deliberating. So as and when we get that, we'll get back to the house. Thank you.
Honorable, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker of the House, Kudumobi Michael is my name, non-resident committee chairperson. I wanted to say something that if we want to take off the whole provision from the whole campus, what happens when one day we have a federal president from the whole boy? What will happen? Because if that is what we are basing on, the conflict of interest between the federal being on the whole campus, one day we will have a federal president from the whole boy campus. Then what happens to the leadership on the whole campus? Thank you.
Yeah. So, order in the house. Order in the house. So, Honorable Chairperson, you have taken note of that, right? Do you have any feedback? No, it's left with Honorable Sepa. You said you wanted to say something.
So thank you very much. So the Speaker of the House, my father, the State of SRC President. So what I'm going to ask is really in relation to the sandwich. I don't think I'm really grasping the concept of the sandwich people, because what they are saying, I can, knowing the dean of students, this is going to be bounced back. She is definitely not going to agree. And now I've had a lot of problems with sandwich students. Now they're going to have their own senate. So when those things are agreed, is it the federal president that is going to approve less in their budget or going to sign for them? Or like, how is it now going to be? Like, I want you to really throw more light with the sandwich issue, because believe me, I'm dying inside. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. So actually, if you must know, it was the Dean's recommendation to the first review committee that they set up the SASRA, that's the Sandwich Student Representative Association. So she asked of it first, and then she asked that a constitution be drafted for them. So that was all. I mean, they are still under the SRC, so it will still come to you definitely. But as I said, we are still doing deliberations, so we are open to recommendations and feedback from the House wants to do as well. Thank you.
But you seem to be worried. What's the problem? Is there anything you want? Go ahead. Just say it. So what's the best idea?
If the would the things pass through the SRC Parliament, or okay, that's for the final one. Okay.
Honorable members, this is not how do you call it? We are not doing reading, right? She's just giving us a report. So if you have some issues you think are of concern, please approach her and then the other members of the committee, and then give them your suggestions so that when they are looking into it, they work on those things. Okay. I think. Honorable Workman, 2 seconds. You see, we had a meeting with the dean of students, and then the issue here is that if, let's say, director of academics is there, this person comes, I'm president of this, another person comes, I'm federal president, and I'm president. Like, they don't know who is who. That is one challenge they are facing. So they want to have one president. Then if you come, you are this, but you're not president. Then they know on which grounds they are dealing with. It's not that, not to say that what you are saying is not true. Because if you want them, even in this current constitution, the role of the provincial president is clearly stated. But it is not being effective. You understand? In a situation where you have federal president and provincial president on the same campus, it conflicts a lot. So the committee will look into it. If you have more insights, please get to her and share with her. I think we are done with the committee. Please, we see a sort of it. Also, we can.
Speaker of the House, thank you for this opportunity. Please, I and my justice, that's the Judicial Committee, we've outlined a whole lot of activities that we will want to do next semester. We plan on doing it this semester, but there was a whole lot of issues that has not been addressed yet. One to which that we will address it over here with respect to the OIG and that of the OG. Then, wait now, I'm talking. So the issue is the activities that we outline. No, wait, I'm not actually violating the order. So you can raise it. I'm not actually violating the order. Just that yes, please. So one thing is I sought permission from Speaker to actually, based on the constitutional review, we've outlined activities with respect to that one too, and to also help the students body and the SRC as well. So the constitutional review is in process. So I just want to take time off what the reports that our legal advisor came to make use of that opportunity. I'll give out our outlined activities that we will do as a judicial committee for the SRC and for the student body at large. So the thing is, one thing that we want to do is we actually want to merge all GAs in schools as one. Then we bring them under one umbrella. One thing that we also want to do is that we want to actually look at the constitution of each and every school. then we see things that are in line with that of the SRC. So if they are not in line, we will try and review that one, then we'll make sure that everything is in line, because we tap from UG and they are also supposed to tap from us. You shouldn't tap from where we tap from. That's why we have a stable SRC constitution, and what they are, we know that there are a whole lot of issues inside. That's why the constitutional review committee is there. I should come again. I said that the schools in UHAS, one thing that we want to do is that we actually want to have all the GAs in one under one umbrella. Then one thing that we do is that we will meet with their CJs. Then we will try and get the constitutions of each and every school. Then we will review to make sure that they are in line with that of the SRC constitution. Then if we see that there is anything that is not actually in line, we'll make sure that we will talk to them. Then they review it as well. And also one thing that we want to have a legal seminar, because from level 100 that I stepped in this school up to now level 400 and about graduating, I've never seen the judicial committee having something like a legal seminar for the school. So we want to have a legal seminar so that it's not every time that most of the issues that they petition to the court is about election. Most of the issues that they petition to the court is about election, and they go and burden the SRC executives with a whole lot of things. But they can actually petition the SRC court with those issues that will be addressed as well. So we want to have a legal seminar that will open the eyes of the student body so that they actually know what they need to do. These are the things that the Constitution says about them. Then they know the right to. Yes, please. And also we've been doing this for years. During my time as a justice under the administration of the then Chief Justice Gabriel, his left foot Gabriel, what we did was that we went to the whole high courts to study how they go about their proceedings. We also went to the Hoboy High Courts. So this time around too, that's what we want to do. But we need the support from the SRC so that we'll be able to get that funding to be going and coming as well. Then our justices will be well knowledgeable in terms of court things. Yes, please. So the justices, since we have the justices, there are 6. I making an odd number, that's 7. So we'll need them involved. 3 of them are involved. So the 3 that are involved will be delegated to go to the whole high courts. Then the 3 that are involved, with me included as will also join them. We'll go to the Hawaii High Courts. Then we'll go and learn how they go about with their dealings. Then we'll meet, if you are privileged to meet the judges, we'll meet and sit there and talk to them. Then they give us more insights about court dealings. Then when there is an issue, the court will be able to deal with it and make sure that there is peace at the end of everything. So these are the things that, but one thing that we actually want to do is about the legal seminar. So with the SRC, we ask that you add it to whatever program that you do there. Even if it's during the SRC week, we'll be privileged a day during the SRC week to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. During the video submission, he made a point that he wants to review the school's constitution, like every school. But I don't know if every this school. No, school. So School of Allied Health Sciences, School of Medicine. I don't know if you know that the School of Allied Health Sciences, we are not one. We have different constitutions because of the departments we are in. So in that case, are you going to review the constitution of the various departments, or do you plan on now unifying the various departments in the School of Allied Sciences for us to get one constitution? Thank you. So thank you for drawing my attention to that. I can't actually give you a straightforward answer here. I can't actually give you a straightforward answer here. So I'll sit with my justices and thank you for even drawing our attention to this. And that's why we want everyone on board. So thank you for that one. Now I've noticed it and I'll make sure that we work on it. So whatever information, we'll bring it out and we know the way forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think what the comment is for the shadow is very important because after the new positions and there should be all the other administrative small media. So it's a very nice issue. Thank you very much.
And
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Federal executives, open your arms to the provincial executives. Yeah.
School of Medicine, they all have their school level constitution. Let's say FISA constitution, of which you have had a privilege to read it. So all these constitutions seem to be a subset of the SRC constitution. So, and then we also have other components of the constitution that may not necessarily be in line with the SRC. So its aim is through its people, they want to review all these constitutions so that they all have a unifying body, being in under the same umbrella. There may be some differences, but it shouldn't deviate so much from the SRC constitution. That is the other, but not necessarily the federal executive opening their arms to the province. That has been the idea, but when you try to link it, it means you were actually leaving what was purposely discussed. Saying that the federal should open their arms, I believe that our administration, one of our main objective was to empower the provincial executives. So some of the things we always let the provincial executives do it under our supervision, since we are the top and they are just the neighbors. That is it.
We are done with that. My comment on this is that the constitution clearly says that any constitution that is not in line with the SRC constitution should be null and void. So what they are saying means that they want to visit or review all the constitutions in the university. If there is one that contradicts our constitution, will be null and void or will be reviewed. You get it? Not that they are going to make sure that whatever the SRC constitution does, the association should also do the same thing. So, honorable members, we're moving to the next item on the other paper. Thank you very much, CJ. Derogation and approval of budgets. We will start with the administrative budget. Whilst we wait for the treasurer, I see some faces among the members of parliament, and then they are strange to me. I see some strange faces. Honorable, the lady in front of you. Lady, yeah, front. Can you kindly introduce yourself? Don't feel intimidated, you know. Is she a member of parliament? Oh, is that what? That's fine, that's fine. Honorable Treasurer, please go ahead. The budget has been shared on the page. Please visit it and then we'll do the needful and it's not well.
Thank you. The Speaker of the House, my father by the SRC President. So the Treasurer is about to give us the budget for the administrative budget, so we review it. She's not feeling very well, so I'll be here to support her. Women empowerment. Thank you. Which one they sent? The one I sent you now.
Then for the card, by between 7 space. For the printing of their items and stationery, there's a money allocated to 300 cedis, and their meeting expenses is 300 cedis. So then we have a total of 2,920 cedis. For their local, that's for transportation. So with the transportation for the rest of the people, it's a flat rate. Everybody has 1,200 cedis allocation there. So we move to refreshments during executive meeting, and that's 300 space for them. Executive meetings are mostly held every month, but for some reasons, we cannot allocate all the monies for their spending, so we give them just something small to cater for that. Then we have printing of stationeries and also items for the local newspaper, and that's 400 space. The airtime was already discussed, that is 70 cedis for each of them. So the total there is 2,740 cedis. We come to the whole provincial and the transportation as well is 1,200. Then incentive and the refreshments is incentives for the refreshment is 350 cedis. And the airtime is also 70 cedis for each person. That is 1,000 cedis and 1,120 cedis. So in total, then they have 2,670. So with the whole local news, transportation is 1,200. Airtime, we discussed that already. The printings for them is 500.
Yeah, I'd like to explain the second question. I think the second is the first is
Refreshment.
Mr. President, I don't want to
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So, with the total expenses before 2025, that's the expenses for the local news president, and it amounts to 700 space. So, in total, it's 3,540 space. The entire administrative budget is 24,870 space for the 4 months office. Thank you.
And like you stated, we don't have a GTR system in the school at the moment. So I don't believe that any province has the power to organize a G when you don't have a GTR system. So I want to move a motion that the GA meeting should be put on hold for the meantime, such that if we discuss and agree, that we are going to put the constitution aside and still allow for the GA to go on, then you can approve their budget. Thank you. Discussing it.
The Speaker of the House, the one of school budget, the whole province president. So before the sitting, we actually deliberating whether we should have, or we should deliberate on whether 448 should have a T on it. And then Honorable Hubert Amposa, whilst we're deliberating, was like, this shows the need for us to actually deliberate on it and not just agree to it. So I just want to correct you on that. Thank you very much. So before we accepted the order paper, we were having a deliberation on whether we should just accept the budget since the constitutional mandates that every province should have a GA. And then while we're doing that, Honorable Hubert made mention that the reason, like the back and forth we're having, that was between me and then, I've forgotten the person. It shows the necessity for us to deliberate on the need for the GA before we even approve their budget. Thank you.
But I learned a word from last year, which is monatorium. A monatorium can be passed, said that this part of the constitution can actually be silenced. So if the House doesn't agree to this said G, it can actually be put away for the time being. Also, I believe that it will be very unfair on the part of the whole province if this 4G is being set up. So being honest, I actually back this GA being set up, but at the end of the day, since 4G is being set up, I believe that those GA should also be set up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think being honest is different environment. The first, we have to ask ourselves, is it in them to have a GA? Now, whether if who is not having their budget there, that lies, no, it lies in their discretion. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying that it's, okay, it's,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't know the constitution, but the constitution that we are holding has a TA meeting, not a 4.3 meeting. Neither is the whole TA meeting. So if you say that it's not in the constitution, I don't know what you are referring to. This time, give us a reference. Because it's constitutional for each of the campuses to have a TA meeting. That's what I want to clear.
Sorry, point of question. Yes. So, right. When the constitution that they are placed
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Am I audible? With this GA system, yes, it's in the constitution every campus is supposed to have a general assembly. But like my honorable member said, certain requirements that you need to meet. They need to be reps who have been duly elected, not just the president, but the secretary as well. We don't even have president. We don't even have. Are you aware that's not very happening for that's not very happening for what is the what is the name of the hall? I'm coming. What's the name of the hall? I'm being serious. I'm coming. Never. Okay. So I just want one person to raise his hand and answer this question. Then I'll educate the person if the person is wrong. So like I asked, does Hawaii campus have a hall? What's the name of the hall? Binga Hall. No, not an auditorium. I'm talking about as in a school hall. Where school, not hostel. I'm talking about a hall. Okay, so he said it's Binga Hall. So Mr. Speaker, so now let me correct them. SPH does not have tell you. Let me tell you. From the residential board meeting I have attended, we are now even constituting JCR system. Hohoi doesn't have a hall. Ho has only 2 halls, Sokode Hall and Asogli Hall. Now this is what we are trying to do under the JCR system. The Sokode Hall will have the enclave of Perok Hostel, that big hostel being under Sokode Hall, SVBS Hostel, Edna, and Jimfuga under Sokode Hall. Then Asogli will have Dave and the other hostels that are close to them under Asogli Hall. Then Hohoi will have one hall called B Hall, not Binka Hall. So you don't have a hall. You don't have. I am telling you. I'm coming. I'm coming. No, I mean where you are standing now. You have a you're not supposed to like I trying to walk towards the man. No, we have a thing in front, so I don't understand why you stand. Yes. Okay, I'm listening to you. Yes.
Okay, honorable member, I also believe honorable member was trying to explain to us the system. No, it wasn't. I was talking about. I'm talking about it. Yeah, he was trying to explain the system in which UHAS constitution was formed, and he was trying to relate it with the UG. That was what the House was talking about. But I think after that, no one moved the motion to take out item 12 of the item list. I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected. Honorable member, I haven't given you the floor. Can you resume your seat? Okay, let me recognize you. Yes, you can talk. Order. Order.
The Speaker of the House, Kamako Prince Kopidua, Scholarship Committee Chairperson. So, I'm not sure any of us have been mentioned here. Take records. And myself, I was writing a minute as a secretary. So, maybe there might be an oversight by the clerks. That's first point. Secondly, before we accepted the other paper, the motion was raised by my learned colleague, that's Honorable Nyameshe Belu, and I seconded it myself, that there should be a deliberation on the GA before we accept their budget. So I would like to, yes, that was what was accepted. So the motion which was raised before we started this meeting, that
As a speaker, you have to uphold the value of the Constitution. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Before I come to you, let's think about it, then I'll come to you. So, thank you very much for that. But I still continue. I don't mean that having it shouldn't have. But what I want to know is that when you have adopted a local constitution, you were not having the whole system. I don't think those who implement or including it, excuse me by my words, did not actually make provision for. They knew the GA system will have worked, and they planned towards the future. They purposely said postal, where you have started a population of less than 1,000 students. So if the constitution adapted. So my point is, it is something that we are bringing on board. Think of the near future. We have finally built the horse system, and we have those number of ports to suit. Then no problem.
Okay,
But
point of correction. Honorable member.
Okay, you can continue. Explain your point.
I think it will be best if he has a microphone.
And I'm also putting it to you that we have constitution. When you read the constitution very well, they are requirements. If you don't meet the set requirements, it can't be possible. We can start the G, but there can be a failure. I can give you one reason why I'm saying this. You were here that we were complaining that the SRC lack funds and stuff. You are here to present budgets, right? We have to approve. Where are we going to get this fund to? Maybe support the continuous GAs you are going to make. And number two, it's also the requirements that you need to set up. Do you have all the requirements to set up?
Honorable member. House of order. I would like to. The speaker is here, and I would like to acknowledge him. So he takes over from here. Okay.
tell us about the whole G, and then the house rejecting to read that we didn't agree for them to present the whole the GA event. But what we agreed on earlier in the morning was that fitting it here. Someone suggested that we should make the deliberation on whole with the deliberation of approval of budgets. And then we finally said that and then someone said when we get there then we handle. And now we have gotten there, and you guys are saying again that they go ahead to. And before I continue, the vice president informed the house that the driver who brought them here is saying that he can't wait any longer because the contract they went into was that by 5 p.m. we should have finished and then continue his journey after dropping him into Accra. So we must be guided by this particular fact and also make a decision if the rest of the items or the rest of the issues can be deliberated online, not within the a day where everyone finishes exam, his or her exam. Then we can deliberate on this issue. So if the house agrees, I would like an honorable member to move a motion for us to adjourn this sitting to a suitable day. You okay go. Any second. And when they please, some of you are full of today. Honorable second and which. Stop blowing there and allow him to speak. Honorable member, please go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Any counter motion? Before I approve the president has so let's give him the audience.
Against her boy. Who is not was against her boy. We will not be approving. Anyone say something. If who was against her boy, we will not be accepting to do a project that is worth more than there's no way we have accepted to do a project 550,000 when the project we want to do is just 250,000. Only problem we actually have first of all is we meeting a requirement and the essence of having a G. I've had a discussion with His Excellency Enoch. Honestly, without missing anywhere. I am not really seeing the needs. One of the needs. Saying something. So if we are bringing this just up for deliberation. Don't feel we are against doing a G. We are 550,000. How much 1,100 These things need to actually align our goals so that we will be able to defend it. But anyways, we will continue this later. So safe journey and God bless you all for coming. Thank you very much.
Order in the house. Please resume your seat. Resume your seat. Order in the house. Order in the house.
Hello.
Marshal. Ensure that in the house. Order in the house.
Yeah. So when you are leaving for the parliamentarians, when you are leaving, you go to this room and then you take your food, you join the bus, and then you join the bus. Okay. You also have for your
Observe, please get back. Please get back.
Hello. Please, has everyone indicated their names and position? Kindly do that if you haven't. Kindly indicate your name and your position on this paper if you know you haven't. Thank you.
Please remain seated. Remain seated. Remain seated. Remain seated. Tell them to remain.